Consensus is one of the AI research tools that I use on a regular basis. Today, I'm going to give you a brief tour of Consensus, and then I'm going to highlight two new features. The first one is a citation graphing tool, really nice way for you to be able to see how the different references you're using link to each other. And the second, which is one of the really big announcements they made recently, is the ability to link Zotero. So we will look at how you go about linking Zotero and what that means for being able to use your Zotero library within this AI research platform. So here we are on Consensus. I've logged in, and if you've used any AI tool at all, it'll look pretty familiar, where we have this chat box here in the middle. We can ask a research question, or we can ask it to do something research related. It will go and search literature for us and come back with summary. So if we have a look at one that I did fairly recently, I was wanting to look at continuous glucose monitors. And so I put in this research question, and then Consensus was able to come back. And anytime you ask something where there is a yes/no element to it, one of the really nice things is that they will come back with the consensus meter. We can see the consensus meter here with the yes, possibly, mixed, and no. So it will look at the key articles, and then it will summarize the evidence for and against any yes/no statement that you're putting in there. Even if it's not a yes/no statement, it will still give you an amazing research summary. So if we scroll down, we can see that we get this really great summary. Everything is referenced. All of the references are hyperlinked back to original sources, so we can verify all of the sources. And if we scroll down, some tables summarizing the key bits of information, and then a reference list here as well. So that is the main function, and it's one that I've done videos on before. At the end, I'll link up to some of those older videos where you can see a bit more in-depth testing. Today is very much about looking at these new features. So first up, we can see this one that says graph. It is in beta, but if we have a click on that, on our citation graph page, we can put in a search and find a particular paper that we want to be our seed paper. That's going to be the start of our graph. I've got one here saved that I was using already, again with the continuous glucose monitors. And if I hit seed, and then I click generate graph, then what we're going to see is this map where here's the article that I seeded, and we can see arrows shooting out to its references. And then we can get the second order of those as well. We've still got our prompt box here, so we can still question and search things up. This is a really nice way to be able to see where different pieces of literature influence others. It's definitely a big time saver for any time where you need to be able to say, here's who referenced who. So if we come back to home, and now we're going to have a look at Zotero. So this was the big announcement for recent features, and that's the ability to link Zotero to Consensus. If you're not familiar to Zotero, Zotero is one of the most popular reference management pieces of software. Zotero is particularly handy where it's got the app, it's also got a web version, and it links with all of your normal sources of literature. When you're doing a piece of research, you can save your bits and pieces in there. Really nice for being able to collate everything in one place. And now by linking it to Consensus, not only can we put all of our references in that one spot in the Zotero library, but then we can give our AI access to it and be able to question it and use it as well. So if we want to be able to search or cite or even get timelines and research gaps and things like that out of our Zotero library, that's going to be really handy. On Consensus, when we log in at the moment, we have this import button here. If for some reason in the future you're watching this and it's not there, then certainly through settings, there will be the connection in there as well. And so we click import, and then what we need to do is we need to create a key in Zotero. So this is basically giving API access. We either click get on the key, or if we were already logged into Zotero, we can just go over there. So we'll click on that one. And what we're going to do is create a new API key. And so it's already given the name Consensus. And so we've got some defaults in here. We can allow notes and write access. For me, I would only be not doing this if I was a little bit concerned about the site that I was linking to. But in this case, very happy for read-write permissions to go in there. No reason for me to tick the group permissions. So then I'll click Save Key, and gives me an API key. I can then copy and paste this back over to Consensus. So we'll paste this in here. We'll click on next, and it's going to fetch my Zotero library. Currently, it's only supporting journal articles. Hopefully in the future, it is going to extend out to books as well. So we'll click import. Now I can select these and I can work with them here inside of Consensus. It is only going to be as good as your Zotero details are. So if you only have titles, you don't have abstracts and other details, then it's not going to be as powerful. The more detailed your Zotero library, the more you will get out of this. But we can see here we've got this ask these papers. And so I can say, show me timelines and research gaps. And the timeline is one of the other new features here. And to my mind, one of the cooler ones. This, I think, sets it apart from some of the other tools. But if we have a look at this timeline, you can see now we've got all of those mapped out by time. And I can see, whether I've got any holes. Maybe I missed something. There's a pretty big gap in here. I can go back and check if I missed something, or we can kind of figure out what's going on here. That was actually a pretty seminal paper in this area, so it makes sense. Maybe there wasn't quite as much until this became a more common topic, and then we can see later on a few more papers. And then we come down and there's some summarizations. So here's what was going on, 70s and 80s, 80s and the 90s, early 2000s. We get this table that's covering some of the different themes, and particularly when we start crossing those themes, we can see, well, there's actually a gap there where this plus this wasn't covered. We can continue asking other questions of these papers that we have imported from our Zotero library as well. So this has been a summary of the new functions that are available in Consensus. We've got the citation mapping, and then we've got the import connection to Zotero. If you're interested in trying Consensus, I'll put a link with a free month down in the video description. And if you want to watch some of my other videos about Consensus to see a little bit more of a deep dive on some of the literature review functions, I'll link those up here now for you.